This is my film review case study for the first Iron Man movie. Iron Man is a superhero action film directed by Jon Favreau and released in 2008. This film is a total of 2 hours and 6 minutes long. It is part of the action/adventure and science fiction genre and is known as the movie that launched the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This movie mixes exciting technology and action with themes about responsibility, identity, and making up for the past mistakes. In this review, I will talk about the story, the characters, setting, and more, then share my thoughts on what I believe is one of the best films ever. Summary of the plot. The film follows Tony Stark, a billionaire genius, playboy, and weapons manufacturer and entrepreneur who experiences a life-changing event when he is captured by terrorists. Forced to build weapons for them, he instead constructs a powerful suit of armor to escape captivity. Upon his return, Stark begins to rethink his company's role in the world and secretly develops his Iron Man suit to fight against those who misuse his technology. The main characters. Our main character is Tony Stark, who is also our Iron Man. He is played by Robert Downey Jr. He is the protagonist. He is a brilliant but arrogant inventor who undergoes a personal transformation. We then have Pepper Potts, played by Gwyneth Paltrow, Stark's assistant and trusted partner, providing both grounding and tension in his personal life. We now have Obadiah Stane, played by Jeff Bridges. He is Stark's business partner who becomes the antagonist. He is driven by greed and betrayal and is our common bad guy. We then have James Rhodes, known as Rhodey in the movie, played by Terrence Howard. He is Stark's friend and military liaison who adds balance and loyalty to Stark's chaotic lifestyle. These are our 4 main characters. We now get into the setting. The movie takes place in very different locations that help show Tony Stark's journey. At the beginning, we see him in Afghanistan, in the middle of a desert and mountains. This setting is rough, dangerous, and far away from the comfort he is used to. Later, most of the story moves to California, specifically in Malibu, where we see his big high-tech mansion by the ocean and the sleek offices of Stark Industries. These different places highlight the two sides of Tony's life: the careless playboy who lived in luxury and the man who is forced to face the real consequences of his actions. Now we will see the conflict of the movie. The main conflict in the movie is both outside and inside Tony. On the outside, he is fighting against terrorists and his business partner, Obadiah Stane, who both use weapons to hurt people. On the inside, Tony is fighting with himself. He has to deal with guilt for selling weapons that have caused harm, and he struggles to find out what kind of man he wants to be. This inner conflict makes the story stronger because it is not just about battles and suits and armor. It is about Tony becoming a better person. My analysis and evaluation on the film. Iron Man was released in 2008, and for its time, the movie stood out with impressive visual effects and creative film choices. The film makes strong use of camera angles, especially in action scenes. Close-up shots of Tony Stark working in his lab highlight his intelligence and hands-on creativity as he builds the Iron Man suit. In contrast, wide sweeping shots of him flying capture both the thrill of being a superhero and the loneliness he feels of being alone in the sky. The use of color also plays a big role. Stark's shiny red and gold suit not only look good on camera, but also represent his transformation into something greater than himself. For a 2008 film, the special effects were groundbreaking. Marvel used a mix of practical effects like real props and partial suits worn by Robert Downey Jr. himself and CGI, which is known as computer-generated imagery, to make the armor look realistic. The movie also relied on smooth camera tracking shots and detailed sound design to make the action feel real. The music. The soundtrack combines hard rock, including songs from AC/DC, with powerful cinematic music that reflects Tony Stark's bold and flashy personality. During action scenes, the sound design stands out. You can also hear the mechanical clanks and tools of the Iron Man suit that make the technology feel real and add to the overall excitement. Tony Stark's character. One of the biggest strengths of the movie is Robert Downey Jr.'s performance. His humor, charm, and energy make Tony Stark both imperfect and likable at the same time. The writing supports this with quick, sharp dialogue that mixes comedy with serious moments, especially in Stark's conversations with Pepper Potts. His character makes this movie one of my all-time favorites. Strengths and weaknesses. The strengths of Iron Man come from its impressive visual effects, Robert Downey Jr.'s standout performance, and the way it balances big action scenes with character growth. Its weaknesses are small in comparison. Some critics thought the villain's goals were not fully explained, and the final fight did not have the same emotional weight as earlier parts of the movie, although it was still a good fight scene. Another weakness that I personally found was the character of Rhodey. While Terrence Howard played the role in the first movie, his version of Rhodey felt underdeveloped compared to the second and third movies, where Don Cheadle gave the character more strength and presence. Yay, he was better. Conclusion, finally. In conclusion, Iron Man is not only an entertaining superhero movie, but also a film with deeper themes of responsibility and redemption. It combines strong performances, creative writing, and impressive visual effects to create a film that has stood the test of time. I would absolutely 100% recommend it, not only because it is funny and thrilling, but also because it sets the foundation for one of the most successful cinematic franchises of all time, Marvel. For me, it's simply one of the best movies ever, and I would always recommend this movie to people. Thanks for watching.